So I'm doing a new adventure today. We got a dead cat for the microphone to cut down some of the wind. Hopefully we'll see if it works. And I am heading out to an island far away from here. So we're going to see if I can make it there back. I did bring my little car charger along with just the standard charger, just in case I need to charge up at some point. And we'll see what happens. Although actually I want to get on the sidewalk, so I'm going to go mostly mode 1 today because I got a long way to go. I've done this route before with the electric bicycle, and it was about 65 miles round trip. So I'm looking at minimum 65 miles, so I want to be a little bit cautious with how I ride it. Just make sure I get back. I don't want to have to go find a place to charge, but I mean, if I do, I will. It's not the warmest day. It's about 78 degrees right now. Sun's nice and warm, but hopefully the temperature should get a little bit warmer. It'll help this little bull run good. And we'll see what happens as we go. So I haven't mentioned before, or talked about it before, the sine wave controllers on this Extreme Bull are, they're amazing. Just perfectly silent, no sound, not even electric sound, nothing. Some of my other scooters I got, the Cobble Wolf Warrior, the Turbo Wheel Phaeton, the Segway G2, or the G2 or G-Max, the E-Move Cruiser, they all have a bit of sound to their controllers. This thing is just silent. This is really nice. I mean, once you're moving, the wind's blowing, you're not going to hear a lot, but riding around slowly, it really is nice sound. And the controller, or the throttle on it, it's really nice and smooth. It's not real jerky. So you got he's got the garage doors all closed. He's got a McLaren in there, a Porsche. He's got an Audi RS3, which kind of stands out as not too exotic compared to the other cars, but cool place. So I'm gonna try to get through part of this. I'm gonna try to get through the main highway here. It's gonna be a little bit sketchy maneuvering around it, trying to stay on sidewalks just because I'm trying not to use mode 2. And oh, this is gonna be a nice house. Wonder if they're doing a garage lift. That's a pretty tall garage. And I'm just getting distracted here. So I gotta navigate through some of the highway to get to the main road I need to get on, which is also another highway that I can ride on the sidewalk, riding on the opposite side of the sidewalk, which I don't like doing, but there's no sidewalk on one side. It's just a bike lane. And I'd normally be okay with riding a bike lane, but this particular stretch of road, the bike lane is sketchy. There's not much room between the bicycles and the cars are doing 60, 65 miles per hour, so I'm going to be trying to do 20 to 25 miles per hour to save battery, and I'd just rather not be riding right down the road with these guys. If I'm coming back and I got enough juice to get home, I might just go mode 2 and just ride with the traffic. But I want to see where I'm at going down there, and it is pretty breezy, so it's going to be a headwind. That's going to make it a little bit more challenging. Alright, so I made it across the highway. Now I'm along the other stretch of highway, riding on the sidewalk on the wrong side of the road. Haven't had really too many problems. Had one guy was yelling something about get that thing off the sidewalk or something like that. But it was a stretch where there's no bike lane, no shoulder to ride on. It wasn't real fast. It's like 35-mile-per-hour speed limit, but I'm trying not to go too fast because also I don't want to be drawing attention to law enforcement. I'd rather just go slow and be treated like an electric bike. So other than that, everything's been fine. Getting lots of strange looks, but that's nothing new with this thing. And so now we're gonna cruise on down this stretch of highway until we get to an actual bike path. And it's a kind of a private bike path, very secluded. Uh-oh. So it'll be a lot more peaceful there, and it's a wide bike path, so there's lots of room for me to fit with other bicycles. So we're getting there. It's going to take a little bit of time at the rate we're going. We're averaging 12 miles per hour. The maximum speed we've done so far is 30 miles per hour. So, yep, we got something up ahead with ambulances. So if it's something interesting, I'll bring you guys back in. Otherwise, we'll just keep on going. All right, I'm going to roll here. Didn't see anything with any ambulances, but I'm coming up to Twisted Fork, and there is law enforcement up here. They're usually here just for directing traffic in and out of the Twisted Fork and the baseball stadium up here, the minor league stadium for the Tampa Bay Rays. So I might see and encounter an officer out here, and I just keep this thing rolling just to see what they say. If they say anything, if they want me to stop, get this off the sidewalk, whatever it is that they want me to do, I'm going to try to abide by it and not give them any grief. I'm just going to go right through the grass here. And right through the grass again. Boomsticks, guns, laser engraving, ammo, Cerakote, silencers. Alright, so here is law enforcement. Let's see if they get out and say anything to me. Twisted Fork. That was nice. Yeah, thank him for waving me through. All right, so law enforcement didn't have anything to say. That's good. And I'm just going to keep on minding my business here. Now, when I get to the island, that'll be interesting because, like the time with Sanibel and that encounter, I don't know what this is a different island. I don't know what this island's rules are for electric scooters. I know it's a very popular golf cart community, so they have golf carts riding all over. They have bike paths with golf carts, roads with golf carts on it. So it will be interesting to see what is the response, if there even is an officer that's seen. I'm going to pull off of the path here so that he can go by. I'll let you get by. Okay. Thanks, you too. Yeah, I probably did have enough room, but I don't want to risk it. If I lean a little bit or something, or if he leans a little bit, I don't want him to go down, especially since he doesn't have a helmet. And I don't want to go down either, so it's all good. So I'll continue on. I might bring you guys back up when I get to the bridge down the road a little ways. Probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes down or more. But when I get to that, I might bring you guys up again. Otherwise, I'm going to pop in when we get over to the bike path. So we got this little guy here. Oh, he just went down in his hole. I guess this is our version of groundhogs. Cute little guy. So, not quite to the bridges yet, or the island yet, but we're getting there, a little bit closer. It's a nice golf course here. So this is a really nice day. I got done 19.35 miles. Said I was at 80% battery. Still got 5 bars on here. But I've been averaging 13 miles per hour. Said, was it Alien Rides had said on their website that 18-mile-per-hour pace with a 154-pound rider could do 120 miles. I'm like 174 pounds, so I'm a little bit over. And I'm also doing a little bit less than 18 miles per hour. So I don't think it's gonna get to 120 miles. I think based on the route that I'm taking, the amount of miles I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be probably getting back with about 20% left on the battery, I'm thinking. That's my guess. So we're getting close to the water. I can feel the temperatures dropping a little bit. Always gets a little bit cooler. So still nice. The sun feels warm, so good. Thank goodness for that. Could be worse. Could be living up north, having 30-something degree temperatures and potential snow. So I'll take this anytime. So I'll be getting bringing you guys back in when I'm about ready to go to the toll. See what the toll guy says. All right, we're just about here. Gonna turn, and then we'll be going to the toll. A lot of boats out here today. We get some good fishing. Oh. So hopefully this little dead cat thing will keep this wind noise down. 6 for cars and motorcycles. So we'll see what they say. Watch they say you can't take this on the island. That'd be kind of funny. Like, oh man, rode all the way over here for nothing. Hi. Is that registered? It's for this? Yeah. No, it's considered. It's considered an electric bike. Yeah. Well, I keep it off. I keep it off the roads as much as I can. I use the bike lanes and bike paths because I don't want to cause any trouble for anybody. Thank you. So I don't blame him. He's never seen anything like this. He's probably wondering what in the world it is, asking what it's, if it's registered. I don't want to be a smartass with them. But we'll find out here shortly if they have a law here for it. That might be the case. If that's the case, I'm gonna have a short day over here. But here we go with the bridges. There's several of them. I'm trying to get my glove on. There's Little Gasparilla up over there. No cars allowed, no roads allowed. There's only golf carts or bicycles. It's the only way that you can get around. Alright, so I'm going to set my cruise. And we're just going to relax now. Well, I'm on the island now. Well, no, technically not on the island yet. But I'm here, still at 5 bars. So that's good. I was figuring it'd be 4, maybe even halfway to 3. So if I just keep riding on these roads, once we get into town, the speed limit is 25 miles per hour. So there's like a golf cart path. I guess I could probably take that if that keeps me from drawing too much attention. And I just want to get all the way down to the South Point. Some beautiful views out there. There's an old pier, what's left of it, just some structure. It's real scenic. So that's basically what I want to do is get a shot down there with the bull. No stopping on the bridge. So look at that view. How great is that? Now, you want to talk about living in paradise. Look at this. Well, just gonna let me wiggle past. Okay, thank you. Well, that's a little bit sketchy there. This is a great place. So I'm glad I was able to make it here with the bull. I actually used the E-Move cruiser. I parked in a parking lot just right around the corner from the tolls and just rode it over here because I didn't know if it would make it all the way down here or not. I guess it probably would because I get about 64 miles of range on an E-Move cruiser, but standing up for that long, your feet start to hurt. It's just not really worth it. So this thing, you're sitting down, but then your butt only hurts for a while. So, one more little bridge here, the great view, and then I'm gonna sign out until we get into the town area. And we'll start dealing with getting some scenic views out there, hopefully. But yeah, look at this. I'd like to have that backyard. That would be pretty nice. Beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, we got the path rules. I found it here. No gas-powered vehicles, no motorized vehicles except electric golf carts, less than 50 inches wide. Bicycles, wheelchairs, no speed above 15 miles per hour. No cart drivers under the age of 18 without a learner's permit or driver's license. No tires on the shell path. Pedestrians only. Carts and bicycles must yield to pedestrians. Warn on your left when passing. Always be aware, kind, and courteous. That's reasonable enough. Hi. So I've actually been keeping it under, doing only 14 miles per hour on this path. So it's taking a little bit longer to get there. So the battery is safely now in the 4-bar range. So we will be approaching the downtown area here momentarily. Oh, this thing does ride good. It's real comfortable, real cushy. The bumps don't really they don't feel too good. It's a short wheelbase, so what do you expect? Um, but we're just about there, so I'll be checking back in here in just a minute, and I'll probably just leave it, let it run as we ride down to the south end of the island. Once we get up here, it's probably 5-7 minutes down to the bottom of the island. So, and it's scenic the whole way down. This is it, Gasparilla Island, Little Boca Grande. So now we can get on the road and ride on the road, hopefully, as long as nobody objects. Oh, there's the downtown. We'll come back up through the downtown area. But along here, this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Not going to get into politics, but Tucker Carlson has a house down here. He's down here a good part of the year, so you never know, you might see him. If I see him, I'll make sure that I have the camera back up and running so that we can say hi to him. Yeah, look at all this beautiful palm trees. Got the lighthouse up here. There's actually 2 lighthouses. We got this one here. There's another one down the southern point, which we may or may not be able to see it because we are not going to ride on the little dirt road to the back of that the park area. So, yep. Thank you. So 30 mile per hour speed limit. Used to be 25. So, all right. So we'll do 30. Or not, depending on how these people drive. If they're going to go slow. Uh-oh. What do we got here? Oh boy. No, they didn't want that guy going anywhere. we'll see coming back. Maybe I'll just ride on the path coming back, just to be safe. So we should have a tailwind coming back, so that'll help with the mileage a little bit. But more lots coming. Just let you guys take in this view. Stilts are mandatory on this side of the road. Anything new that gets built, for obvious reasons. Yeah, 18 years old. I don't think those kids were 18 years old driving that golf cart. Got another beach up here. It is a crowded day today. Ooh. Ooh. So if I can get off this island with at least 3 bars left, I don't know. It'll be kind of... It'll be interesting to see. All right. Right up here is a beautiful view. I'll probably grab some pictures. Well, not probably. I'm going to grab some pictures up here. This is breathtaking here in a moment. Look at that. Is that a magnificent or what? So I'm going to park it here for a minute, snap some pictures, and then I'm going to start heading back up through the island, try to go up through the downtown area, as long as the law enforcement doesn't have any problems with me. Well, that was funny. Guy, a construction worker on the balcony of one of those new condos that they're building in there, was saying, "Come on, Papa Wheelie, that's cool as shit." So I gave it a little throttle just to spin the wheels, and he's like, "Oh shit, yeah." So we're gonna start heading up. I might stop with one of by the officers. Although if he's doing a traffic stop or an arrest, I probably should not try to talk to him. But if he's out and not dealing with that motorist anymore, I'm gonna ask them what they would prefer. If I ride on the road, sidewalk, or just not even anywhere here. So, thought we had the wind at our back, but it feels like it's a little bit of a crosswind. But very cool scenery there. That just never gets old. Oh, if I could afford to live on Gasparilla Island, I would be living there. It kind of sucked for a commute to work, but it would still be worth it. I'll set it at 25. Vegas. These buildings take a lot of hits from the hurricanes. The Hurricane Ian that we had was pretty bad. Oh, actually, where I live, we took Ian head on. It was at Category 5 when it hit us. It was, I think, 3, 4 up here. But it's still, that's why see all these houses here with stilt, because they can't have the ground floor on the ground. It's just not going to happen. Not with the way the flooding happens here. I'm not seeing that police cars. So we might be able to get off the island okay. I still don't know if this is like Sanibel, although they did say electric bicycles on the path, whereas they said no electric bicycles anywhere on Sanibel, which, you know, I know it's their own town, they can do what they want, but that just kind of sucks. What if you got people who want to ride a bicycle, but they have some type of limitation physically that just makes it easier with an electric bike? It takes that option away from them. Alright, so I think this is where the officers are at. Well, this is where that truck was that they were both stopped at. So we'll see. We will see what we see. Oh, nope, there's still a cop behind him. Well, I just had an interesting conversation with a couple of officers. Wanted to ask them what they would recommend. They said I asked what you guys would recommend me doing with this, and the guy said, you know, honestly, he said, you're not supposed to be riding it on the road. And he said, and it doesn't really qualify as a bicycle. So he said something about it is seated, so it's not a scooter, electric scooter, because it's got a seat on it. But electric scooters nowadays have seats that you can put on them. So here's a interesting looking old church. Pretty amazing. But the guy was, actually both guys, they're super cool. He just basically said ride the bike path. He said as long as you're on the bike path you're fine, but he